I was unable to get the project running for the semester, so I have a project to replace it, and I hope it's one that you might enjoy. It's called Pecha Kucha for Quality, 20 Images in 20 Seconds. Presentation format that takes its name from the Japanese word for chit-chat. As a presentation format, it has very simple rules. 1. A Pecha Kucha presentation is 20 images placed on 20 slides, no more and no less. 2. Each slide is programmed to be on the screen for 20 seconds. You don't get to control the timing. Rather, PowerPoint or whatever program you're using must be programmed to keep the timing, and your speaking has to keep up with the presentation. 3. 20 slides in 20 seconds means that a total presentation time of 6 minutes and 40 seconds is all you get. The rules are quite simple and really quite freeing. The wired video is both a sample Pecha Kucha and provides a great example of how compelling Pecha Kucha can be used to discuss management-related information. So what makes a great Pecha Kucha? Well, I think it's 3 things. First, image selection. Second, story. And third, delivery. The first of the issues is image selection. If a picture says 1,000 words, then a Pecha Kucha should allow you to say about 20,000 words in 6 minutes and 40 seconds, not including the words you're already using. Therefore, the images must tell a story and get people drawn into the process and the presentation. In this way, the presenter takes a much more important role in the process, decoding the story that the images present. The second part of an effective professional Pecha Kucha is a story. Why are we listening? A Pecha Kucha has 20 slides, but they are there to tell a story. Yahoo has a great series called Who Knew that takes you through a quick transition video presentation. These people have some money to throw at the news development, but it's how they craft their story that I find compelling. They always start with something and then loop around to bring it back at the end in a clever way. And when I'm done, I feel like it was time well spent because I felt there was a great story. The final, and in my mind most important issue, is flow. If you listen to the wired Pecha Kucha, there's a flow that is absent in most presentations on YouTube. When you hear the moderator, his tone sounds professional, and there is a flow. It's what I mean by delivery. When I'm presenting online, I have attempted to take particular care to address the issue of tone. I don't want to sound as if I'm ad-libbing each slide. Rather, I want there to be a compelling presentation throughout. Further, I never do it in one take. The week 1 video for Lean Six Sigma took me 7 takes, and I had a script that I also used. There's another good example of a Pecha Kucha about high-impact conferencing. However, I find the images a little disconcerting in the way that they're quite dark. So a Pecha Kucha has fluid presentation, but also it's a story to tell and uses images to emphasize a point rather than focusing on text. For instance, Spiral Training offers a discussion of Pecha Kucha in Pecha Kucha style. So an effective Pecha Kucha uses images, story, and delivery to make a compelling story for the listener or the watcher. So in order to make this work within the context of the class, we will be using quality as the theme. Because the course is focused on quality, the focus of your Pecha Kucha must also focus on a theme of quality. Now, what does a theme of quality mean? Well, it means that the story must have some relationship to the material in the class. However, within that frame, you're free to explore. You can do a Pecha Kucha on control charts, or how quality matters in healthcare, or how quality and patient safety are related, or how variance management leads to higher quality outcomes, or whatever. But it has to be material related to the class. Again, just the need to focus. Presentations should be uploaded as movies to YouTube with recorded sound. You will not need to present what a Pecha Kucha is in your presentation. Rather, it should just be focused on content. Once it's up, post the link. We'll use the review and revise and resubmit model that we've used in the other course assignments. At least 10 references are expected, which should be noted in your presentation using subscripts. So you don't have to put the links or the references in the actual document. Rather, we're going to have them on a separate document that should be emailed to me when the presentation is complete. Each person must evaluate 2 Pecha Kucha, and as with other assignments, you can only claim to provide feedback once you've submitted your own assignment. You'll present 4 times, once in class and 3 times online. Deadlines: October 29th at 11:59. Your first Pecha Kucha must be uploaded to YouTube or in some other form that other people can look at it. You'll need to post that in the space in Blackboard for posting your assignments. And then in the same way we've done in the past, you'll be uploading your feedback no later than November 2nd at 11:59. On November 4th at 11:59, you'll upload your presentation file in Blackboard for the course presentation, and then on November 6th at 9 a.m., we will do the Pecha Kucha live in class. You'll then get feedback from the entire class, and you'll have until November 20th at 11:59 to upload your final Pecha Kucha for grading, and to email your references as a Word document to me. This is a team project, and we'll be using the team rubric that you all designed at the beginning of the course for evaluating this. Additionally, we carry forward the teams that we have created in the past. Now, there may be a little bit of changes as a result of the fact that we have some people who weren't in the course before, but we'll manage those teams. I'll manage those teams in a separate email. How will you be graded? 30 points for presentation, 30 points for delivery, 30 points for story, and 10 points for the in-person presentation. Now, some notes about the classroom presentation. PowerPoints should be slides for the class presentation and should already be set to advance every 20 seconds in PowerPoint. The person who is going to be presenting from your team will be randomly selected, and so you will not know who the presenter is until the day of the presentation. Presentations not uploaded by the deadline may not be included in the class presentation slide deck, which may mean that you won't get the opportunity to present your in-person presentation, which would cost you 10 points, your guide. One last comment is the use of Prezi. Those of you who are creative who want to increase the wow factor of your presentation might want to explore the use of Prezi, a presentation tool available on the internet. It is so cool. I've created a Prezi Pecha Kucha for this assignment to give you an idea of how it might be used. So have fun or else.